Hi, Cynthia. Hey, Stacy. Ooh. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, Alex. Finally caught me live. Whoop, whoop. What up, nigga? I'm sleepy, y'all. Mm. Ooh, Jesus. How are y'all doing today? Hopefully well. Okay. Hey, Diva. Hey, Cameron. All right, y'all. Hey, Levon. I haven't watched the episode yet, but I'm here like Papoose waiting for Remy. You're stupid. Hello, Tam. All right, y'all. So I'm feeling spill the tea tonight because tomorrow I'll be out thotting and bopping. So I wanted to make sure I was able to give you all your episode. Filming will go back to Saturday at 5 o'clock next week. Um, so tonight we're not gonna only talk about celebrity gossip, but I'm gonna do my review on Black Ink Crew and what is it saying? My lab is saying offline. Mine too. Can y'all see me or not? Okay, it says you are live. Is everything good or not? I got time for this shit today, Jesus. I will go back to sleep. Okay, great. Okay, so we're gonna talk about Married to Medicine and Black Ink Crew along with all of my celebrity gossip for the week. Hopefully we don't have any issues today because I ain't got time. Thanks, friend. All right, so let's get into it before this shit start fucking up on us. So first we're gonna talk about Married to Medicine since it just went off the reunion. Hopefully you got to watch it. If you didn't, spoiler alert. But there really wasn't too much that was discussed, really. So for me, best dressed was Toya and Contessa. I loved both their looks. Hi, Carolyn. Worst dressed was Simone and Mariah. I did not like Mariah's look. Mariah never gets it right. Her hair, her makeup, everything was just all wrong. Simone's outfit, she was giving me like ghetto samurai. I didn't like it. Best makeup for me was Toya, Jackie, and Contessa. Worst makeup, Mariah. Best hair, Contessa. She had on a really nice lace front. Like it looked like it was her natural hair, but it was a lace front. That's how you wear a lace front, kids. Worst hair, Simone and Mariah. I did not like Simone show you simple curls. And Mariah, her always looked like a wheat thin. I just never like it. Hey Nona. Contessa on Miss Renee, she said she feels like there was classism amongst the ladies against Miss Renee, which is a bunch of bullshit. Miss Renee had a problem with herself. Miss Renee wasn't comfortable being around in that circle, and that was her own issues. The ladies did not make that woman feel any way. I think that Contessa is in fucking denial. Toya says that her mama would never call her a bitch, referring to when Miss Renee called Contessa a bitch. Contessa then rebutted with saying that I wouldn't talk to my dad about my sex life. That shade was life. Toya being, we all know Toya freak. She and Eugene fucking more, and he's lost weight. And then we found out a lot about Toya in this reunion. We found out that Toya ain't good at giving head. You would think as big of a freak she is, that bitch would love sucking dick, but she said she's not good at it. And I was like, wow, okay. Don't nobody believe that Heavenly is trying to be better, be a better Christian, and they think that she's just a mean girl. And she is. I mean, it's funny to me, but Heavenly knows how to take jabs at people. And she just ain't came across a real bitch that's gonna slap her ass in her motherfucking mouth. Then she'll shut the fuck up. We find out also in this reunion part one that Toya has had an eating disorder in the past, which I was very shocked about hearing. Toya calls out Jackie and Heavenly for talking about her weight. And Jackie says that, she's talking about her weight as well, meaning Toya talks about her weight, so she doesn't feel like it's wrong for her to talk about her weight as well. I don't agree with that. Jackie always making comments about people weight. Now, somebody call her ass anorexic, she'll be somewhere crying. Jackie needs to stop making fat jokes about people. Just because you skinny don't mean shit, because your skinny ass still got cheated on. Bloop, bloop. Heavenly talk about Mariah mama. It's just all so silly. Once again, if Mariah slapped that bitch in her mouth real quick, she shut the fuck up. Quiet comes at Mariah for talking about her on Facebook Live. We all know that during the season, Mariah was going on Facebook Live talking about the episodes and shit. Mariah throws her shade, and Mariah needs to learn how to be able to dish it if she's gonna be able to dish it out. During the break, Heavenly decides to write on Mariah's pic that she had on her door. Fucking with that woman once again. Everybody was like, they didn't think that it was funny. Heavenly did. Mariah started crying. And I was like, see, this is what I'm talking about. You can't let a bitch like Heavenly punk you and make you uncomfortable enough to cry. Like, you let her win in that moment. Like, what? No. She calls Heavenly a bully. Then when they get back on stage, Simone then tell everyone that her and Cecil are getting the divorce, and everybody started crying like they Barack and Michelle. I was like, okay, they get a divorce. Oh, we see that shit coming. So that was pretty much what happened on the first part of the reunion. Let me know what y'all think about the Married to Medicine reunion. As far as what happened on this week on Black Ink Crew, I didn't do a review on Black Ink Crew this week because really there wasn't anything that happened per se, except for C's meeting up with what's that girl named Sky's son Genesis. And I really didn't do a review because it was more of the same. I mean, we didn't really learn anything that we have not learned already throughout this season. We've talked about Genesis and Sky over and over again. My thoughts have not changed. They're both very hurt people. They both need counseling. Only Jesus and some goddamn therapy and some pills gonna help that situation. I don't feel like more is more wrong than the other. I think that they just need help. I don't know if their relationship will ever be able to be salvaged, but it is what it is at this point. I'm kind of pretty much tapped out on that whole situation. So, yeah, that's all I care about to say on Married to Medicine and Black Ink Crew. Now let's get into the tea for the week. First story. What is my first story? So remember I told y'all a few weeks ago that there might be a Bad Boys television show? Well, it's a go. Like, it's a go, and they're filming already. If you follow Gabrielle Union on Snapchat, she posted them day one filming, and here's a photo of them in the writer's room or whatever. And as you can see, Jessica Alba will be on the show as well. Yeah. So a lot of us didn't know how we felt about this, but it's happening, whether we like it or not. I don't know how I feel about this. Who, what? All right. Like, who gonna be Martin Lawrence and who gonna be Will Smith? Are they even gonna be a part of the show, or is it gonna be a spinoff based on Will's sister? I mean, Martin's sister, who was Gabrielle Union. I don't know. I'm just not here for it. I don't know. How y'all feel? Tell me what y'all think about this Bad Boys spinoff. I don't know, Jesus. Uh-uh. Um, Brandy, you know your means be having me rolling. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me know what y'all think about this Bad Boy spinoff because I don't like it. Next story. So Wonder Woman 2, of course, is in full effect, and they have found their villain. Director Patty Jenkins has confirmed that Kristen Wiig is set to play the villain Cheetah in Wonder Woman 2. Cheetah is a feline-esque with strength and speed to make her a worthy adversary against Wonder Woman. I don't know how I feel about them casting Kristen Wiig. I just know her as being a funny girl. I know she's done dramatic indie roles that she has gotten really good praise over. I just don't know how I feel about Kristen Wiig being a villain. I don't know if that was a great casting choice. Hopefully, they prove all of the naysayers wrong because everybody was looking like, what? when this news came out. I don't know, Bernie. I mean, Wonder Woman was so good. Fuck up because y'all know anybody a comic book fan know that DC Comics stay fucking up. All their movies are pretty much trash. So the one good movie that they did release, Wonder Woman, I don't want them to fuck that shit up. So I don't really know about that. Next story. So I don't know if y'all heard about this. This just happened. What was that? Yesterday on International Women's Day or whatever. So if you live in the DMV area, then you know it was very lit on 93.9 WKYS. Danny Starr got set up by her own co-host when they decided to bring on a babysitter who she chose to not hire because she was attractive and didn't even give her a heads up. Danny openly stated that she was looking for a new babysitter, and in her search, it is her preference not to hire a pretty female to be in her home as a nanny based on bad past experience. DJ Quicksilver and 5'9" took it upon themselves to invite the female who DM'd Danny for the position on air without her knowledge. Then that morning to discuss the discrimination of not hiring a pretty girl. Danny felt so wronged by her co-host that she had to refrain herself from cussing live on air and told them that that would be her last day. Now, I don't know if you all know who Danny Starr is if you don't live in the DMV area, but I know her from being on Bridezilla. I'm a huge Bridezilla fan. Y'all know the new Bridezilla is back on what's that? We Are Lifetime or whatever. It was the series came on last week. It was really good. I knew Danny from being on Bridezilla back in the day. She does stuff for for the FYI channel. She's really come a long way. So when I saw this story, I was like, oh wow. So here is the audio of what happened on the radio station that day. Did I delete it? Oh no, here it is. Okay, here it is. So sad. No, it really is. And then you hit up our producer, Sharon, and said, you know what, can I please come on the show and speak my piece? Let's start by saying, what exactly do you want to say? So first of all, I mean, so I hit her up because I really needed a job. Again, I'm a model. I'm also a singer. I'm an actress. You know, I've worked my way up to this. Like, this isn't something that happened overnight. So, you know, like I said, my grandmother, you know, I watched my grandmother struggle, you know what I'm saying, trying to take care of kids and, you know, things like that. And I raised a lot of my nieces and my nephews. And, you know, so when she sent the post, I'm like, well, you need help. You know what I'm saying? And this is something that I can do. Like, so let me help you. So when I to her, I'm just like, you know, what's up? Like, you know, these are my credentials. You know, I've been doing this for a few years. And I'm not letting a pretty woman into my house. So, well, to be clear, so sad, so sad. It really is. And then you hit up our producer, Sharon, and said, you know what, please come on the show and speak my piece. Let's start by saying, what exactly do you want to say? Let's start there. So first of all, well, to be clear, I did not even respond to the post. So let's be clear. I heard the saying. Okay. So here's the thing. You are very beautiful. You don't gotta tell me. The two of y'all can kiss my ass. Whoa. Kiss my ass. The two of y'all don't have
Sweetheart, I'm not gonna make this about you. You're not gonna flip this on us because it's about her. You can be quiet for a second because I'm talking. Okay, it's about you, baby girl, because this is not. But what I do with my household and what I choose to do with my household is nobody's concern. Right. And what I choose to bring up to my co-host and to the world, I did not use your name. I did not do anything because you put it out there. So now that you put it out there, we have to address it. And just to be clear, I never said it was you, and I never responded to you. Your ego made you think that you were the only pretty girl that's DM, sweetheart. No, it's not just my ego. You know what I'm saying? It's just because I love you. Well, to be clear, I did not even respond to the post. So let's be clear. You know what I'm saying? And even if I'm not the only pretty girl, let me state on National Women's Day that I will speak for all the pretty girls that step in your DMs because you feel like, no, you're not a pretty girl because of your insecurities. So let's get straight this morning. This is what I'm talking about. This is I'm not even going to address her because this isn't about her. This is about you and this is about you. I am not be quiet and listen. Our international this is what's going to happen. Do not ambush your co-host. You do not do that. One thing, I am not insecure, okay? I cheated on. I have been very open and vocal about my stuff. But I get to decide what happens in my household, okay? My daddy slept with a babysitter, so I know my situation. You're beautiful, and that's great. You can be your model, singing ass, do all that stuff. But you are not. I get to pick who is around my children and who is around my man. And no, you will not be. Right, and that's understandable. And even will not be. Right, and that's understandable. But the comments that you made, was disrespectful. No, they weren't. I said you're beautiful and you appear to be smart. That is complimenting you. I said, but I don't want you in my household. I get to decide what happens in my household. So why don't you want me there is the real question. I don't have to answer to you. I don't have to answer to you. Okay. I definitely don't have to answer to you. No, because you're live on the radio show. You better stop waving your hand like that because all of y'all guys is a setup and y'all ain't nothing. You fuck y'all can't swear on the radio. I can't swear on the radio because y'all ain't nothing. And on my life, this will be my last day of work with you ambushing at negative ass moves. Hold on, so now, let me get this right. I allowed you to talk. I've been quiet. You allowed me to be set up. Yeah, you allowed me to be set up. So now, with that being said, this young lady, because now you're making this about Quicksilver 5. Will not be
well, that's what happened. They were wrong as fuck. They should have been suspended or fired. Before I even get into the rest of the tea, of course, yesterday, or was it today, whatever the damn National Women's Day was or whatever, the following day, DJ Quicksilver, of course, released a statement saying, let me be clear to anybody who knows me in real life knows that I would never intentionally or secretly attack nor ambush anybody, especially not someone I call family. And that's exactly what Danny Starr is and will always be to me. This morning's show was planned out prior to our show the same way all of our shows are planned out with all three hosts, and the decision to bring on the potential babysitter was so she could voice her concern that she felt some type of way, that Danny, as well as our listeners, male and female, were very adamant that they wouldn't hire her as a babysitter based on how she looked. And I quote, I would never hire a girl who looks like that in my home. That's like hanging meat in front of a lion. At the moment, I honestly thought that's what today's topic would focus on, women feeling discriminated against simply because of their looks. Well, he then went on to apologize or whatever. Danny then released a statement saying that, what they did was, fucked up, but they squashed it and everything is all good. Basically, what I have to say about those statements was the owners of the station quickly reminded them niggas that this is harassment and that she could sue the fuck out of them and the damn station, and they better get this shit in order real quick because she had grounds to sue the fuck out of the station and them for what the fuck they did to her, ambushing her. That was not planned out. They did ambush her. There was nothing friendly about it. There was no type of we're gonna have a women's empowerment. Them niggas was trying to be funny. Them niggas don't like her for real. And it was totally unprofessional. It was totally fucked up. She handled it way better than I did because, nigga, I would have been cussing and slapping bitches left and right. That girl was thirsty as fuck. Why does it make that big of a deal to you whether she wants to hire you or not? She is able to hire whoever the fuck she want to hire to be around her goddamn kid and her husband on a damn everyday basis. That is her prerogative. And if her prerogative is not to hire a woman that is attractive to her husband, that is her motherfucking prerogative. Me personally, I don't want an attractive bitch or ugly bitch around my nigga every motherfucking day because pussy ain't got no motherfucking face. So just the fact that she don't want to hire attractive people, I'm like, girl, did you look at Arnold Schwarzenegger and the maid? The maid looked like that nigga. He was still fucking her every day, right under goddamn his wife motherfucking nose and had a whole motherfucking kid with that bitch that lived on the goddamn premises. So pussy ain't got no motherfucking face. I personally don't want no bitch in my goddamn house. I don't give a fuck if you ugly or you pretty. I don't give a fuck if you my friend or my mama. You ain't gonna be around my nigga on a goddamn everyday basis. And I'm a confident bitch, but I just know when a motherfucking dick get hard and the pussy get wet, shit will go down. Because I know how I am as a person. And if I'm around a fine ass nigga or a motherfucker that make me tingle, whether he ugly or cute, I might act on. So it ain't about shit about being motherfucking insecure or no shit like that. It's just I know how motherfucking and I know how shit go down. So the girl was doing too much. The guys was doing too much over there at the radio station. She should have got some type of compensation or some shit out the goddamn radio station because they was foul as fuck for that shit. She handled it better than I would have ever handled it because everybody would have got slapped. I don't trust my mama. I don't trust granny. Ain't nobody about to be around my nigga. Shit, I don't trust no nigga to be around my nigga. Because you never know what these niggas like nowadays. And that's just keeping it real. So that was fucked up. Next story. So Blac Chyna posted this cryptic, weird ass video yesterday of her somewhat crying. It was very weird. I didn't understand it. I was like, what is happening here, Jesus? Where's all my videos? Let me go back. I guess I didn't save that one. What are y'all saying? Danny should have sued their ass. You got that right. Because it wouldn't have been me. Where is the picture? Where is the video? Oh. How did I lose the damn video? I hate when this dumb shit get to happening. Now I can't find it. It's not even on the shade room no more. Where is it? Anywho, it was a weird ass video of Blac Chyna tearing up, acting like she was about to cry or she was crying. I don't know why people videotape themselves allegedly crying. It's the weirdest shit ever because if you really distraught, you have no time to be sitting up there videotaping yourself. It was just very weird, and she was saying something like, "It's so much I could tell y'all." It was some bullshit. It was very weird. So also in Blac Chyna news, it has been, well, I don't even know if it's a rumor, but Sway Lee from Ray Shremmerd girlfriend took to Instagram to make fun of Blac Chyna because she said that she found out that Blac Chyna was giving Sway Lee head and she wanted to be extra and take shots at Chyna and how her booty is shaped. So she posted this video of herself. Making fun of Blac Chyna decrepit booty. These kids got way too much time on their hands. I'm so happy I came up in a generation where Twitter and Instagram and Facebook did not exist because, oh my God, I was bullied enough in high school. Jesus Christ. I would be all over the internet. So Blac Chyna just out there fucking on little kids. Obviously, she has a thing for little boys, and it's kind of weird to me. It's very weird to me that she likes little children. I mean, I know that the little rich boy is in his 20s as she is, but he has the body of a 10-year-old, as well as that little boy that she fucking with right now that look like he in middle school. It's very weird. I would be very cautious. Like, it's something weird going on there. Like, her type is very weird. She likes men that look like children. Just like Big Sean has a thing for very petite Polly Pocket bitches. Pay attention to the hoes that he date. Janae Aiko, that little white singing bitch, Ariana Grande. They very petite looking 5-year-old looking pageant Tyler-esque bitch. Like, it's very weird. They both got fetishes for like little girl type shit. It's very weird. Here is some pictures, unfiltered pictures of Chyna on the beach this week, doing some type of photo shoot. And that ass, it's just disgusting. It really is. Right? And like, who wants that? You can't tell me she know how to wipe her ass good. It's just, it just don't look right. It just is disgusting. Why would you want your body to be deformed looking like that? Especially look at this one over here on the side. This one, her ass don't even line up right with her leg. It's just deformed. It's just a mess. It's just terrible. Terrible. And that makes me feel like, especially after seeing that sex tape for Chyna, it makes me realize that she's not good in bed. So don't no grown ass man want to fuck that, because they be like, bitch, get on somewhere with that lousy ass sex you got. So she can only fuck with little boys that think that the shit that she does do is, worth something because they don't know no better. It's just weird. Like, I was rooting for Chyna. Like, I'm very disappointed for her because she had the possibility to have a really huge come up with the whole Rob situation and having the only Kardashian baby. And she had just squandered that whole come up, squandered the whole thing. She should have planned that shit out, mapped it out right. And she just threw the ball in. Like, it's just terrible. Like, ugh, like, she's just a waste. It was just a waste of a nut. Just let me have Rob, baby. Shit, bitch. We'll have several television shows. Our own goddamn studio, bitch. We would have got that nigga on a weight loss plan. Me and that nigga would have lost weight together. Shit. Kim who? But yeah, so that's that bit of tea. Exactly. We were all rooting for you. So new couple alerts. Kofi Cerebro from Queen Sugar, Fine Daddy, and Ducky Thought Supermodel are a couple. And I am so here for this black excellence. This is Ducky. If you do not know who she is one of the biggest supermodels out right now. And if you also don't know, Ducky is the sister of YouTube star Nikki Perkins, the Jamie and Nikki channel. It's one of my favorite YouTube channels. I have not missed an episode. I love their family. I love Ava. I'm so happy that she's about to have baby number 2. And let me just say this much. Hoes better be happy that Nikki decided to be a wife and a mother, because let Nikki would have still been modeling right now, her and Ducky would be the Black Bella and Gigi. They would be running fashion, them two bitches with a beautiful asses. I can't wait to see what else come out that beautiful ass family of theirs. But anywho, so on International Women's Day, Kofi posted this picture of Ducky with the caption, "My love, you blossom like the flowers do. You keep growing. I love watching you. You remind me of sunrise every morning. Just a glance in your direction transforms transmutes the darkest day to light. No man should be lucky enough to love you. All queens everywhere. Happy International Day. And she commented under, said, "You are my love and light. I love you." I'm so here for this chocolate ass. That baby would be gorgeous. Yes, for Kofi and Ducky. I'm so here for this relationship. So happy to see a man of color with celebrity status dating a woman that looks like us. Woo! So happy to see that, because you know these niggas like them light and bright. And by the way, I was so happy this week. If you watch Grown-ish on Freeform, that this week's episode was about how black celebrity men date lighter or whiter. I was like, they just proved my point with this whole episode. Everything that they talked about in that episode was so on point. That one comment that Chloe or Hallie said, you know, they was like, black men love dating black women that look black, but just aren't black. I was like, whoo, if y'all don't speak a motherfucking word. So if you missed this week's episode of Grown-ish, watch this week's episode of Grown-ish. It taps on everything that I talk about on this channel. It was just so good. So I'm so happy for this couple. I hope they stay together. I want them to get married and have little cute little brown African babies. I'm so here for it. I can't wait for her sister Nikki to have her baby. And if you don't watch the Jamie and Nikki channel on YouTube, you must. It's one of the best YouTube channels, one of my favorites. So next story. Bobby Shmurda's mother posted a picture of them two when she went to visit him in jail. And in the caption, she wrote, "Visit with my stinky jokes, and more jokes. 2020 needs to fast forward immediately." So apparently Bobby Shmurda might be getting out of jail in 2020. Are y'all here for that? Have y'all forgotten all about little Bobby Shmurda? Do y'all think when he does get out of jail that he's going to have the success that he had before he went to jail? Do you think that his momentum will still be there? Let me know what y'all think about that. Are y'all here for Bobby Shmurda still? No? Yeah? Let me know. No, in other couples news, so looks like Common and Angela Rye are back on the market, according to Page 6. Angela confirmed the breakup. When asked about the split, she said, "We have and will always be friends. He is an amazing human being, and I'm a much better person because he's a I'm a much better person because he's a part of my life. May we all keep loving and living." There's no word on what caused the split. They was probably together maybe about a good 6 months. Common and Angela Rye. I was here for this relationship. But you know what I'm starting to figure out about Common? You know how they always want to talk about certain, women that can't keep a man, like the Halle Berrys of the world. Common is the male equivalent of Halle Berry. Something wrong with that nigga. He can't keep a bitch to save his life. Maybe it's because he light skinned with freckles. I don't know. But Common got some issues that he ain't been able to lock down. No bitch. None whatsoever. Erica, Serena, Angela, Kerry Washington. Who else has this nigga dated? Am I missing somebody? He's dated quite a few of these celebrity bitches, and he has not been able to keep a relationship. Is something wrong with that? Something wrong with that milk. I ain't friend. That nigga can't keep a bitch at all. It's something ain't right over there. That light skin milk. No. I don't know. Something ain't right. Common can't keep a bitch to save his life. Maybe the dick ain't good. Maybe he too emotional. Maybe he too light skinned. Maybe I don't know. It's something wrong with that nigga. I ain't never heard about him having money problems or no shit like that. Right, I forgot about him and Taraji Dominique. Regina Hall, forgot about that too. Yes. So, in more couples news, Usher and his old ass wife, Grace Miguel, have reportedly called it quits after 2 years of marriage. Their statement that they released was, "After much thought and consideration, we have mutually decided to separate as a couple." The two said in a statement via Us Weekly, "We remain deeply connected, loving friends who will continue supporting each other through the next phase of our lives. The enormous amount of love and respect that we have for each other will only increase as we move forward," the couple added. Although no documents have been filed in a divorce, the two have been keeping a low profile since their last time seen together in December. Now it appears they are taking their first steps in their split after nearly 10 years together. So I guess mama decided to wait until this whole herpes thing blew over. I wonder, did she get tested and find out she had the herp too? I'm wondering how that whole thing went out, but I would have filed for divorce as soon as the damn story came out. The nigga had to hurt because that nigga still ain't denied that he got it. So it's just funny how we hated Tamika ass when they was together. We just thought Tamika was a problem back then, but now we seeing that Tamika had all the motherfucking ammunition to hate that nigga as much as she did. Not only did Usher fuck one of her damn bridesmaids, but you can just tell he was an ain't shit ass nigga. So we now see that Tamika was never the motherfucking problem. It's always Usher the goddamn problem. But speaking of Usher, so media takeout is reporting that Usher left Grace for none other than Love and Hip Hop Miami star Amara La Negra. But a pic of them in a car don't exactly spell undenying love. And so here is a picture of Usher, Amara, and then some blonde woman in the car together. As you can see, Amara is in the front seat, Usher is driving, and some blonde woman is in the back seat. Now, this does not say they are in a relationship. Maybe they're doing music together. I hope Amara ain't that goddamn stupid to sit on that dick. It's a certain dick you should never sit on, and Usher's would never be a dick I would ever in my life sit on. Hopefully they just doing music together. Hopefully they just cool. Amara, girl, run from that dick. Don't nobody want to see you have no bump on your lip. No, girl. No, ma'am. Next story. So Chris Brown this week posted a video of what's that bitch name? Vanessa Carlton's song, "Taking My Way Down South, Walking By." Y'all remember that song? So he had posted a video and said, the song still bop how many years later. So Vanessa Carlton then went to her Instagram and posted this message that said, "Today Chris Brown posted my video. I am now being repeatedly tagged to his account. Being that today is International Women's Day, I feel compelled to draw a line. I support survivors, not perpetrators of domestic violence. I do not want to be associated with an artist that has assaulted women on a day like today. Thank you. Hashtag International Women's Day." Chris Brown then reposted her post and then captioned it and tagged her in the post and said, "At Vanessa Carlton, I posted a song that was and still is a great song, and the artist felt she was doing her duty as a woman to continue to spread this kind of hatred today. I won't keep it up long. I just hope she knows she is loved and her song is great." I was so happy about the way that Chris Brown handled that situation, because the one time he could have popped off on a bitch and we wouldn't have been mad at him, he didn't. He handled it very wonderfully. He took his medicine that day. I was very happy and pleased with his response, because Vanessa, girl, sit your white ass the fuck down somewhere. Just because he posted your song on his Instagram, what does that mean, bitch? You sound fucking retarded, bitch. Don't nobody even remember you. He made your ass relevant for the day. So you need to be happy. That post was goddamn doing team too much. You was doing the most. It was unnecessary. Girl, sit your old girl spoiled milk looking ass down somewhere. Like she was doing the goddamn most. Bye for bitch. Girl, sit your ass down somewhere. Ugh. But I was happy with the way Chris Brown handled that. Because normally that nigga spazzed out on the bitch and she would have been in every damn bitch in the damn book, and he would have got his blood goons to go knock on that bitch door. People do the most. People do the most at the wrong goddamn time. Next story. Oh God. So when Monique asked us to boycott Netflix, we was all like, "Girl, bye, bitch." But when this little bit of news came out this week, I was like, now, Netflix, you about to get boycotted for real. So Rachel Dolezal is making her debut next month. She is releasing a documentary called The Rachel Divide, which is about how Dolezal, who changed her name to Nakichi Amari Diallo or whatever, and her sons have navigated through her transition into becoming a black woman. The film is set to premiere at the Tribeca Film Festival before heading over to Netflix. Who Jesus? In making the film, I came to a deeper understanding of the raw nerve that Rachel hits in our society, but I also learned that her motivations to identify as she does are far more complicated than most realize. Filmmaker Laura Bronson tells Vulture. Regardless of how people feel about Rachel, I hope the film will change audiences to think more deeply about race. Girl, set your dumb ass up. Only a white woman will sit up here and make a film about this dumb bitch. You need to get boycotted. Netflix needs to get boycotted. And Rachel Dolezal or whatever, Douche Dodd, whatever her name is, needs to get boycotted. All you goddamn white women need to go find some goddamn business and just sit the fuck down. Like, everybody needs to get slapped with several dicks. Like, all y'all need to have several. Netflix, y'all doing the most. Netflix, buy for Netflix for this bullshit. Why are y'all putting this shit on y'all goddamn subscription service? Don't nobody want to see no goddamn movie about this bitch trying to be black. Ooh. Anywho, next story. Last week we were this is from the Shade Room. Last week it was reported that Bobby Brown says that he doesn't believe drugs played a part in Whitney Houston's accidental drowning. Bobby Brown sat down on Rolling Stone for an exclusive interview and said, "I don't think Whitney died from drugs. She was really working hard on herself to try to be a sober person." He was asked what he believes led to her death, and he said, "Just being brokenhearted." The coroner office said that the use of cocaine played a role in her accidental drowning. Toxicology testing measured 0.58 micrograms of cocaine per millimeter of blood drawn from a vein in Whitney's leg during the autopsy. Bobby, we love you, but sit down somewhere. Sit down and just play with your little seasoning shit and your barbecue sauces that you done created, man. Just sit somewhere and sit down, Bobby. I don't believe that Whitney Houston died no goddamn broken heart. The bitch died because she was on coke. Just call a spade and stop trying to be so goddamn dramatic. Shit the fuck down. Like, you just gotta say what it is. She died because she was a cokehead. Whitney Houston's life was fucked up from Whitney Houston was fucked up from day one before she even started using drugs. Watch that damn documentary on Showtime. I forgot what it's called. I watched it and it dispelled so many more things about Whitney Houston I did not know. But Whitney Houston was fucked up from day one. And she was fucked up from day one because of her goddamn mama. Her mama wanted her to be what she could not be herself. Her mother pushed her into superstardom. Her mother knew that she was gay and did not like that because she was a Christian and felt like it was a wrong, and that's why he had to suppress who the fuck she really was. She was bisexual. Let's keep it a buck. Whitney started using drugs as a teenager. She was introduced to drugs by her brother. So Whitney was fucked up from the gate. She was always fucked up. So sit down, everybody. Next story. Rihanna has been working on a lingerie line, and it'll be coming out soon. And I'm here for it. Anything that Rihanna is turns to gold. Fenty Beauty is everything. Rihanna is the epitome of sex appeal and sexiness. So I think this lingerie line is going to be lit. I cannot wait for it to come out. I am here for this bit of candy, honey. This story is very sad. So y'all know tax season is, right is going on right now. So this is a lesson to keep your business to your goddamn self. So a young lady by the name of, I don't know how to pronounce this shit because y'all black folks love to make up names. I'm going to call her Kiana because I don't know how to pronounce this shit. Kiana Lynette Davis, 27 years old, lost her life over a simple check. According to Rolling Out magazine on February 22nd, 2018, Davis went to work to start her shift at the local Dollar General. Her tax refund check had just hit her account, and her grandmother brought $3,000 in cash up to her job during her lunch break. First of all, why did they do that? And why would you have that type of money on you at work? Okay. Police say Kiana's co-worker Alana Whitley found out she had some large cash on her and began to plot about how to get it. She hit up her friend Dane James Taylor, 21, and said, "This girl at my job brought 7 bands to work. Ain't that some shit?" Alana and James both came up with the plan to rob Kiana when she got off work. James hit up another guy, Cajun Xavier Scott, 23, to help with the robbery. When they spotted Kiana outside, Cajun stopped his car and acted like he was fixing it. As Kiana passed by, James hopped out of the car with a gun and chased her down the street, yelling, "Give it to me." He ended up chasing her into a vacant lot where she fell. She told him she didn't have any money and tried to get up, but James allegedly pushed her back down and fired 2 shots at her. The first bullet missed. Where was I at? The first bullet missed, and the other hit her in the hip. They took her money and left her bleeding on the sidewalk. What's interesting about this is that James and Cajun both walked away with $800, and Alana took home the rest. Was it really worth it? They have been arrested and charged with murder. Oh my goodness. It's just a cautionary tale of keeping your goddamn business to yourself. Don't be telling everybody your goddamn business. Everybody ain't your goddamn friends. I was always raised by my mom. When you go to work, you say hi, you kiki with them bitches, but you don't tell nobody your business. They ain't your goddamn friends. It's your goddamn coworkers. Hell, I don't even speak to my goddamn neighbors barely. I don't know who in the fuck live on the left of me or the right of me. They don't know my business. I don't know theirs. I don't kiki with them sons of bitches. I don't do none of that shit. I have learned when I was a little girl, we lived on the south side of St. Louis where I live at right now. And my mother's next door neighbor, who she was really good friends with, I used to go over there, play with her kids, would spend the night sometimes. My mother would go out on the weekends or whatever. Her kids would come over to my house and play or whatever. She was a little bit ghetto, keep it all the way 100. The girl that stayed next door, she was, collect her little check or whatever the case may be. My mother worked for a living, and my mother was all about, keeping a nice home. My mother, was very, typical glamorous. My mother made sure she stayed, dressing and shit like that when she was younger. And when I was in the 3rd grade, my mother's next door neighbor plotted and had our house robbed. She knew my mother's schedule, so she knew when my mother went to work and when my mother came home from work. And when my mother went to work, my mother worked at Missouri School for the Blind at that time. And my mother went to work. When she came home, she found our apartment burglarized. They didn't really fuck up the house, but they took certain things. And my mother found out quickly that it was our next door neighbor that had it set up, because they came through the basement. They didn't even come through the front door. They came through the basement. And in the way our apartment was, we lived like in a 4-family flat. So how in the basement, one family can go down the basement and another family go down the basement, share a laundry room or whatever. So they went in through the basement door. That's how my mother knew that it was her that had our house burglarized. So after that, my mother moved, and my mother never fucked with neighbors and shit like that ever again. So you have to be very careful about who you let in your house, who you tell your business to. I don't understand why that girl had her mom bring that type of money up there to her job. Why would you? And then why would you publicize it? Like, why would you just walk outside, get the shit, and put the shit up and not even tell nobody? Like, it was just fucked up because now this girl is dead over $3,000 motherfucking dollars. Sad to hear that. But next story. Oh, so here's a picture of the girl and the assailants. So sad. So sad. So back to Bobbi Brown. Last year, BET announced their upcoming 2-part miniseries, the Bobbi Brown story, following the success of the New Edition story. It was announced Woody McClain will reprise his role as Bobby Brown. Now the network has announced additional cast members. According to Deadline, Mekhi Phifer, my mouth is dry. Blah, blah, blah. Liza Lanzo, I can't talk. Let me get some water. Lance Gross, and Lil Howery have all landed roles in the upcoming miniseries. Pfeiffer will play the role of Bobby Brown's brother Tommy, while Gross will play Bobby's childhood friend Stephen Seeley, who was killed in a gunfight after hanging with him at their hometown bar. Lil will take on the role of Brian Irvin or Irvine, Bobby's business manager, and Alonzo. Laz Alonso will play Luel Cialis Jr., an MCA producer executive that helps launch Bobby's solo career. If you have never read Bobby Brown's biography, Every Little Step I Take, it is a must read. I learned so much more about Bobby Brown reading that biography. So much shit happened in his childhood. He has an amazing story. So much shit about him and Whitney's relationship that I did not know about until I read his biography, and I can't wait to see if they're going to put all of that into the movie. Hopefully, with his like a 2-part miniseries like they did with the New Edition thing. It was events. Hopefully, he at least get a 2-day event because you can't cram his whole life into 2 hours. So I'm looking forward to his little Bobby Brown, biography movie. Are y'all here for it? Because I am. I'm ready for it. So Stevie J allegedly has another woman pregnant. I don't even know how many kids this nigga got at this point, but this girl took to Instagram to say this about Stevie J getting her pregnant.
You can block me all the fuck you want, but guess what, nigga? I can still find your ass, okay? I know where the fuck you stay at, nigga. I know how to motherfucking get in touch. You are a old ass fraud. All you do is pimp bitches. You take bitches' money. You a motherfucking broke ass. You ain't got shit. You ain't got no motherfucking money. You broke. That's why you behind. Everybody already know your motherfucking favorite saying when you fucking. You like to say bitch. You like to say hoe. You like to say call me man. You ain't nothing but a broke. You like to say call me man. You ain't nothing but a broke ass nigga. That's why you back on child support now. You ain't got no motherfucking money. But guess what, motherfucker? I will see your ass in court, bitch. I will. You can ignore me, bitch. You can block me, motherfucking thing. All you motherfuckers in the motherfucking comments like y'all know so much or I'm a motherfucking liar. Bitch, lie about what? I ain't got time to sit around and fake shit. Bitch, please. And guess what, bitch? Since you know so much, you like to say call me man.
The rest of that, because girl, ain't nobody got time for this child and her shenanigans. Like, I don't know if the girl pregnant by him or not, but you's a whole fool if you let that broke ass nigga nut up in you. So what does that say about you that you fucking on broke dick and you letting that broke dick nut up in you? Girl, sit down with your dumb ass. I saw y'all in comment section asking why didn't the girl get the money direct deposited? I'm thinking it was a situation saying that the girl had 3 kids. Apparently, she must have let somebody else carry one of her kids, and they gave her the money. So I'm guessing that she set it up with her grandmother, where her grandmother would carry one of the kids, and then the grandmother gave her some of the money. But still, the grandmother could have just went to the bank and then deposited the money into her account. But obviously, these people were ghetto, or I don't even want to say ghetto. They were just low income. Maybe they just didn't know no better. And that's why they handled the situation in the way that they handled it. I don't know. It's just fucked up. But back to the Steve J situation, I need for Steve J to wrap that dick up and put it the fuck up. Like, how many more kids this nigga gonna have? Like, ew. Disgusting. And speaking of Stevie J, he is going to jail for failure to pay child support, according to TMZ. The U.S. Attorney, Southern District of New York, says the super producer turned reality star will have to turn himself in early next month as he owes over $1 million in back child support. Child, Jesus Christ. He still ain't been. This is the same that he's been fighting for like the last couple of years. I'm wondering what the hell is going on with that, because like his children are a part of his reality show. The same kids' mothers. I'm like, so if the kids on a reality show, I know the kids getting paid to be on it. So I don't know. I'm like, just why can't he pay these girls something? Like, why is he not paying on it at all? Like, what is this nigga doing? I don't get it, but ugh. So RuPaul took to Twitter this weekend and he made an uproar by saying he does not want trans men to be contestants on RuPaul's Drag Race. He says that you can take performance enhancing drugs and still be an athlete, just not in the Olympics. He does not want fully transitioned women to be on the show. A lot of people took offense to what he said. A lot of the past contestants spoke out against RuPaul because about a good 10 or 12 of them have transitioned into being a trans woman, a full woman or whatever now. I agree with what RuPaul was saying. I didn't take offense to what he said. I agreed with what he's saying. RuPaul's Drag Race is about drag. Drag is supposed to be, a man dressing up as a woman, as for fun, as an aesthetic. It's about drag. I feel like if you're gonna let trans women be on the show, then you might as well just let a woman be on the damn show. It's about drag. I don't know. Maybe because I'm not a part of that culture, a part of that, life, that lifestyle or whatever. Maybe I'm oblivious, but I agree with what he's saying. If you're gonna let trans women be on the show, then you might as well just let a woman be on Drag Race. Like, I don't get it. The point of drag is about men dressing up as women as an art form. So I don't know. At this point in this conversation, I don't know, but I agree with what he's saying. But after the backlash, RuPaul then said, each morning I pray to set aside everything I think I know, so I may have an open mind and a new experience. I understand and regret the hurt I have caused. The trans community are heroes of our shared LGBTQ movement. You are my teachers. And the 10 years we've been casting Drag Race, the only thing we've ever screened for is charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent, and that will never change. So I agreed with him. In other news, Blue's Clues is coming the fuck back. Anybody that got little kids out there, Blue's Clues is coming back on Nickelodeon. They are reviving the educational series. I'm here for it. I used to like Blue's Clues. I used to watch all the time when Kyrie was growing up. My mother had a daycare, so that shit used to be on all the time. So I'm here for Blue's Clues coming the fuck back. Zell Swag from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood was in the comment section on somebody's post. I don't know what the fuck it was. And somebody said to him, can you please tell us what was the reason, what was their reason for firing you, because you were a part of the reason why season 4 was lit. He responded by saying Ray was going to sue the show. Not Ray J, but the guy Ray from BET's College Hill. Remember when Ray was on College Hill or whatever? Remember at the reunion when Zell attacked him and scratched up his face? So I'm guessing that after that, Ray said if he comes back, he will sue the show. So that's why Zell Swag will not be on the next upcoming season of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. He fucked it up for himself. I liked Zell. Zell being on the show, he was funny as fuck, but he fucked that whole experience up for himself. He did too much. Next story. So Tyler Perry is coming through with some new films for 2018, and recently the stars for one of his latest films have been released. Tiffany Haddish, Tika Sumpter, and Omari Hardwick will star in Perry's upcoming film. According to the film synopsis, when her wild sister Haddish gets released from prison and re-enters her life, Danica, Tika Sumpter, is forced to accept that she may be getting catfished by an online boyfriend whom she has never met in person. Tyler Perry wrote the script and will be serving as both the director and producer for the film under Paramount Players. We're gonna see how this work out. Y'all know Tyler Perry Tyler Perry movie that I thought was good from beginning to end, script wise, and actor wise, was Why Did I Get Married? The second one was trash. All his other films to me have always been coonish and trash. I am kind of excited about seeing this new Taraji P. Henson film where her going crazy and getting payback to her cheating ex-husband or whatever. I'm excited to see that one. We're gonna see what Tyler Perry does. Because Tyler Perry really, I would never take away the fact that Tyler Perry really did, make his stamp on Hollywood. He has, done a lot for the Black community and gave a lot of Black actors work that wouldn't normally get work. I just want him to stop writing everything his damn self. That's basically what I want him to give other writers a chance, because Tyler Perry to me is really one note. A lot of his jokes don't land. I feel like his film company would do so much better if he let other directors and other filmmakers and actors and producers and writers come in and show their voice, and everything to not be so one man band. He writes, he produces, he directs, he acts and everything. And I feel like that has been what am I trying to say? That has held him back in his career. I think that's a reason why a lot of his movies have gone stale. It's just, I don't know. I just want him to give other writers and things a chance. And I feel like if he did that, we would have, and then especially with him having his own studio and all the things that he has created in Atlanta, we could have more quality Black films come out through the year, for us to support. So we'll see how the movie goes. Next story, and then I got nostalgic. I got my book suggestions. I'm going to start giving you all books that I've read throughout the week that I want to suggest for you all to read, and then my music for the week. So last story. So Tory Lanez, who just dropped a new project, I think it was this week or last week, he was in an interview and he talked about how he and Nicki Minaj were going to do a song together, and I guess he offended her and she got mad and then told him she didn't want to do the song no more. And she was asked to be removed from his album. Here's what he said.
I was talking about Nicki Minaj. She was on Shooters originally. She was on the record first, and then I was telling her something about her verse. I wasn't saying it was bad. Her verse was incredible. And I'm also a super Nicki fan. But I was telling her something about the verse. I think maybe I was texting her, so it may have came off just in a different way. She probably read it differently than I said it. That was a lot of text. I've gotten to a lot of stupid shit over text, because text doesn't say it the way you say it in your head. You know what I'm saying? People just read it how they read it. So I think it maybe kind of came off a little bit arrogance. Kind of said something I shouldn't have said about my verse, and she was just well, maybe it's not that serious. Take my verse off the thing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, all right.
Well, 2 lessons to be learned from that is to not conduct business via text message, because text messages, you can always get shit misconstrued. I've talked about that with my friends a lot, how you can say things one way and you not even meaning to be funny or not even trying to be mean or no shit like that. And then the person will receive it like you are being mean or you trying to be funny, and that wasn't even your intention in the first place. So, yeah, never conduct business or have a conversation or important conversation via text with anyone. And then I also took from that whole situation with him and Nicki Minaj that you have to be able to accept criticism from someone in this industry or in any type of industry. I don't never feel like you're too big to not take any type of advice or criticism from somebody. Just because he suggested that she change the verse don't mean that she had to. She could have told him that she liked it and she wanted to keep it. I think that was kind of petty for her to just be like, well, take me off that album then. But this is Nicki we talking about. So yeah, you have to just be able to not be too big that you think that you can't take advice or criticism from somebody. And I feel like in that situation, she's probably looking at him like, bitch, like, I'm the star here. You just Tory Lanez. Like, who the fuck are you? So, we gonna see. Nicki has still been working on her next upcoming album. We gonna see how that shit bop when it come out. I didn't like his album neither, Alex. It was alright. I ain't like really none of the songs. I'm not a big Tory Lanez fan anyway. So that's it for my tea this week. This is a very slow week. There really wasn't any big news stories this week. So for my nostalgic tea, I got a story for y'all on Patti LaBelle. Let me sip some water. So for my nostalgia tea, this week is on Patti LaBelle. So y'all know Patti LaBelle has had a wonderful career, one that spans 5 decades, and has resulted in her being a legend, a superstar, and a super diva. But like anyone else, she has had her fair share of downs, one of which involves being the victim and of an attempted rape by another of the greatest singers and performers of all time, the iconic Jackie Wilson. It happened, LaBelle alleges, in the early 1960s. At the time, she was with the group Patti LaBelle and the Bluebells, who were known for their thrilling stage show. They were often called the sweethearts of the Apollo, but could not get the hit record and worldwide recognition that their talent merited. They fared better in the 1970s as the progressive trio LaBelle, Lady Marmalade is a classic, we all know. The scene was backstage at a theater and LaBelle happened to be alone. Someone, she said, came up behind her. It was Jackie Wilson, she recalled. He was kissing my neck and I could smell the liquor on his breath. As I struggled to free myself, Jackie's accomplice started dragging me in the back wall and dragging me in backwards. I was kicking with all of my might, but I was no match for him. Next thing she knew, she was locked in the room. Jackie started touching. I started screaming, but no one could hear me. I didn't have a knife, but I had my voice. I started screaming even louder at the top of my lungs, and I could scream every bit as loud as I could sing. She continued. It worked. Suddenly they backed off. They let me go. I ran as fast as I could in the direction of the lights. Gladys Knight didn't deny the accuracy of Patti LaBelle's story, but remembers Jackie Wilson as a perfect gentleman who always went out of his way to help Gladys and the Pips in the group's early days. Now, I remember hearing about this story when I was a little girl when Patti LaBelle released her autobiography, and I remember reading that. And I remember, I believe when she was a little girl too, she used to like sniff tar or some shit like that because she had got molested as a child or something like that. I can't remember, but yeah. So Jackie Wilson, the famous Jackie Wilson, attempted to rape Patti LaBelle. That is some nostalgic tea for that ass if you didn't know about that story. So next week I'm going to have another nostalgic tea story for you guys because I love spilling some old classic tea. But if you all are a book reader like myself, if you all don't know, I'm a best-selling author and I also like to read other people's work. This week alone, I think I've read about maybe 10 novels this week alone. And I've really gotten into a lot of urban fiction again. And one of the books that I read, actually today, I read it today and I finished it. It was a book called Every Boss Has a Soft Spot. And it's by Danielle May. Here it is. Every Boss Has a Soft Spot. Danielle May screenshot this. It is a very good book. You can go and read it. It's an urban fiction novel. Check it out if you like to read. Another book that I read. Now, this is a 4-part series by Portia Sterling. Bad Boys Do It Better in Love with an Outlaw. I read the whole entire series in 2 days. It's a 4-part series. Bad Boys Do It Better in Love with an Outlaw by Portia Sterling. Screenshot this. If you want to read this book, it's very good. Go to Amazon and check it out. And if you have Kindle Unlimited, all of these books that I'm telling you about are on Kindle Unlimited for free. I have Kindle Unlimited. It's only like $10 a month to subscribe to it. And you can read any book under Kindle Unlimited. I actually have several of my books on Kindle Unlimited if you want to read some of my work. So head over to Kindle Unlimited. Just type in my name, Keisha Irvin, and my Kindle Unlimited books will come up as well. By Siobhan Latrice, I read She Got It Bad for a Heartless Gangster. This is a 4-part series as well. This was really good. I really enjoyed this series. She Got It Bad for a Heartless Gangster. This is one of my favorites by Siobhan Latrice. Check this out. I really like this one. I also read by Mercedes G. All I Want Is That Hood Love. This was a good series. These titles will crack me up. All I Want Is That Hood Love by Mercedes G. Check that out. This is a 4-part series. And I read also by Mercedes G. her latest book, The Trillest Love Comes From a Thug. Woo! Look at that title. The Trillest Love Comes From a Thug by Mercedes G. As well. Also by Love Belvin, The Rhythm of Blues, Love and Rhythm and Blues Book 1. This actually came out in December, but it was so good. I want to tell you all about it. The sequel is coming out at the end of this month. This book was phenomenal. Phenomenal. Now, this isn't really an urban fiction book. It's more of a romance, a black romance. It's phenomenal. When I tell you, y'all gonna get y'all life read this book. She's become one of my favorite authors. Love Belvin. Check out a lot of her work. The Rhythm of Blues by Love Belvin. This is 5 stars across the board. Check this book out. Now on to my music this week. Music that I have been bumping this week. Let's see. Go to my list. I got some new heat for y'all. Okay, YFN Lucci just dropped his new project this week. I like this song Come With Me featuring Dreezy. Check that out. I went back to this joint. I don't know if y'all remember this. I don't know if y'all remember that Ryan Leslie joint Addiction featuring Cassie and Fabulous. Where is Ryan Leslie? Ryan Leslie was doing it and then he just disappeared. After that whole thing happened with him and he lost his laptop and then he gave out that the ransom for, like he said, anybody that found his laptop, he'll pay them $1 million. And when he got his laptop back, he didn't pay the person $1 million and he got sued. We ain't heard from that nigga since. Ryan Leslie and Cassie was a great duo. Oh my God, they were so great together. Then I went back to this bop. I'm not your substitute. Oh no. Y'all remember Estelle? Estelle's first album was The Shit. There was No Substitute Love by Estelle, if you've never heard it. But I went back to that joint. Got my life to it this week. Then I went back to Tink. Y'all know Tink finally got out of her contract with Timbaland. He did not release her album, so she's basically starting all over again. Hopefully she releases another Winter's Diary Part 5 up in this bitch. But I went back to her project. Place me on your shoulder, see what gets me louder. 1 to 100. Boy, I got hips now, something to hold on to while we're in bed. Nothing else matters to. All falls down. Woo! If it all falls down, if it all falls down, would you love me? Then I went back to Show It. Yes, screenshot these if you have never listened to these songs. Then this is my favorite off Winter's Diary. Boy, you can read my mind like a novelty. Flip me over like a page, made me holler out your name, yeah. Surprises is my shit. Do you like surprises? Yes, I do. Then I went back to her project, Winter's Diary 3. Very, very special is my shit. He just let me run my mouth, put down my panties and make it so wet I forget what I'm about. Other niggas can't relate. Then everybody knows this. Lullaby was the shit by Tank. I went back to this nostalgic bop. Treat Me Like Somebody by Tank. What else did this is I watched the video and got my life because Normani is the shit. Normani from what's the little group that she in? Fifth Harmony is the shit. She's the breakout star. Normani has the potential to be on Beyonce's level. And that's a lot coming from a bitch like me. Normani can sing and she can dance and she has really good stage presence. If Normani gets the right people behind her, that bitch can be a motherfucking powerhouse. Well, Normani is featured on Khalid's song Love Lies, which I really like a lot. Tell me you want my side. Are you down for the ride? It's not easy with someone to catch my eye. I really like Love Lies. The video was life. Then I went back to this box this week. I went back to Nan by Trick Daddy. Got my life to that. Then I got into somebody that I never saw it for when he first came out, but then I went on under his title playlist. K Camp. I was never really into K Camp, but he has several songs off of his Kiss 4 project that I really like. He has Invitation, Made Time, Motives, Exhausted, Come With the Price, All I Need off that project. Kiss, what was that? Kiss 4 by K Camp. Check out those songs. Here's the list again. Hopefully it's not blurry. And then off of his Kiss 3, I really liked Situations featuring Tink and In My Face. But this week I've also gotten into BJ the Chicago Kid. I first heard of him when they played his song Heart Crush on Insecure. Here's the song. So tired of lying. That's the point of dying. So check out BJ the Chicago Kid. His project, off his project, I like the new Cupid featuring my boyfriend Kendrick Lamar, Heart Crush Shine, and then by far my favorite song that has been on constant repeat this week is Love Inside featuring Isabella. Too much love, can't keep it to myself. Baby girl, I think I know. Love I have inside me, inside you tonight. Child, she said, I want you to feel the love I have inside me, inside of you tonight. Well, all right. Then this new girl by the name of Danny Lee. I really got into her this week. I don't know if I talked about her this week or last week. She has a song called All I Know and X. Here's All I Know. I can't afford to stop for And her video is actually really dope. So check those artists out, you guys. They have been on my playlist. Of course, y'all know Beyonce has been getting played. Her verse from Top Off is my shit right about now. So check out those songs and let me know what you think about those. And also those books that I gave you all a list of. So yeah, make sure you follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, all that good shit. I'm going out tomorrow night for my aunt's 50th birthday party. So that's why I decided to comb my hair. And I'm gonna put on some cute clothes and show you motherfuckers that I don't look like a slob all the damn time. So yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching this video. I wish that the stories would have been better this week, but it was a slow news week. Hopefully these motherfucker celebrities will act up next week. We'll have some shit to talk about. But yeah, I will see you all Sunday for Real Housewives of Atlanta, and then Monday for part 2 of the Love and Hip Hop New York reunion and part 1 of the Love and Hip Hop Miami reunion. And then next week we also have Black Ink Crew and then Married to Medicine. I probably won't do my Married to Medicine review until I do Spill the Tea next Saturday. It just all depends. I love you guys so very much. And remember, my latest book, Such a Fucking Lady, is on sale right now. All the links are down below in the description box if you would like to download or buy your copy right now. I love you guys so much. So have a great day. Be safe. And I love you guys. Bye.